Okay, it's Saturday. Sorry about the wobbly camera. I'm doing this handheld. And that means it's day 7 of my Swedish trip, and I arrived yesterday in Vastervik, so anyone betting that I wouldn't make it has lost. The car isn't well still. It's still smoking. I think it's a piston ring, which can't be fixed till I get back to the UK, but I'm topping up the oil. And it turns out that there's a classic car event in Vastervik this weekend, completely coincidentally. From what I can make out, there's a sprint event, a competition tomorrow. There's a concourse event, and with all the best will in the world, this is not a concourse car, it's a daily liver. And there's a parade this evening, a slow parade through the town, and my friends and I are going to see if we can get in on that. So I've just cleaned the car for that. Then we're going to go out on a little boat trip, so I'll show you that. And, well, we've made it.
Komma med grejer. Tar du den?
Nej, men jag vill ha min ryggsäck.
Ja, okej.
Den är ganska så fin.
Kan du ta den?
Var kan vi göra fin?
Ja, den är. There's a restaurant. You can go here by boat or by tour boat.
On this island there are many summer residents who live here all the summer.
There are 2 people living year-round on this island. I've worked with one of them.
And how, they get to work on the by boat?
Yeah. Well, when
So
she's retired now, but when she worked with us, she had an apartment in Vastervik. So during the winter she came. She didn't go out here, but during the summer she gets across every day and every evening.
And this is the tourist boat coming over now?
Yeah.
And that's going to the restaurant.
Yeah.
That is a very famous landmark of Vastervik, Skåreborg. It was built long before the Vikings.
She knows, yeah, she knows her stuff. You can tell.
Är det någon fiskar?
Nej.
No fish.
No fish.
No.
So you've got sonar.
Yeah.
Fiskar. 2.
4 fish.
Yeah.
Nej, det är blåsarna dit.
Spåra is an old beacon. And, as Fredrik said, it's a landmark of Vastervik. And when people retire from their work, they usually get a small one. That's mandatory, sort of. Alcante.
Det var nära.
Ja. Farligt.
Det var lite blött.
Oj, stor.
Nu vet du det. Jag var så att det fanns många.
Gå inte för nära kanten lite. Pappan tog in en skoj. Den står där.
Pappa fickna.
Inte lustigt att det inte tog.
Fryser inte då? This passage was dug by hand some 100 years ago or so. I don't know really know. It's nice. You have to drive slow and
Yeah.
it's peaceful. The ducks use it too.
Yeah.
Combing my hair was a total waste of time. Every summer we have sort of a competition. You swim here. It's 700 meters.
Yeah.
You swim, and it's not who swims the fastest. It's who swims with the funniest hat.
Oh my God, that's got to be worth seeing. When does that take place?
In July.
In July.
Yeah. In the beginning of July. Va? Jag vet inte var de är.
Now that's not a bad place to live, hey?
No.
I imagine they're expensive. What a great way to get around. Get out your canoe, get on the canal, and paddle to Vastervik.
Need to boat here.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anette och Kent hade med kustbevakningen här i sin lilla båt. De hade bråttom, så de stod ju på här genom kanalen. De var på bruksmarknaden på natten.
Signalerar de innan de kommer på något sätt så att de blir... Alltså med kut och...
Ja, det kan jag inte svara på. De kom och de rev ju upp på ordentligt kan jag säga. De har ju bara en liten öppen båt också. De var ju på stryket.
De är inte slut, men får jag äta upp dem?
Va?
Får jag äta upp dem?
Ja, ät upp dem.
Men ta dem. Kan jag få några kakor?
Svanarna?
Ja, jag vill ge till svanarna.
Kom inte så nära dem, de stiger iväg. Eller simmar iväg.
Sitt still, Lisa.
Du får sitta still om du ska vara där framme nu. Lisen, men du kan sätta dig.
So this is where the street race is going to take place on the promenade.
Yeah,
The fronts there.
They are dwelling there now.
Ja, det är.
Oh, they're doing the speed event now. So there we go. Best seats in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see them coming down now. And here we are now approaching Vastervik from the sea. How fantastic is this?
Kakor. Kakorna.
Isn't this a beautiful way to come into town? And here we are at the waterfront. And here we can see some of the cars that are coming for the event. We've got some Porsche 911s there. That looks like an old Caddy. I don't know my American cars well enough, even though I did kits and cruising. I apologise to everyone concerned. There's a lot of Porsches. I don't know, there's a few cars we could bring that would. This is the restaurant in the bay, in the harbour. That building you told me yesterday was
What?
this
Yeah.
building?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was?
What?
Tell me again.
It's a place where people in the old days could go and take a bath.
Ah, so it's the local bathhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew. I remember you told me what it was yesterday, but I couldn't remember what it was.
And there's the old ruins, the castle ruins, where they have the
And
music festival.
this is one of the famous sites of Vastervik.
Yeah, sort of.
Watch your head.
Yeah, yeah. Hey up, fisherman. Don't want to lose his rod. if that's an original DBR1 Aston Martin, but in front of that is a TVR. Right, I don't know if you can see these two towers moving into south or chimneys. What that is it's a plant that generates electricity for most of Vastervik, and it also provides hot water piped directly into the houses for 80% of the population of Vastervik, and it burns rubbish. That's it, rubbish. It's processed further around on the other side of town, and they import rubbish from the UK to burn here, and our rubbish is heating the houses of Vastervik when we could be doing something similar ourselves. So there's a lesson for us. So in the winter, their electricity, their heating comes from our waste. So all of a sudden, instead of being an ugly building with two ugly towers, it's actually quite beautiful when you think about what it's doing. And a lesson for all of us, I think.
Lisa, titta inte så mycket på det där. De tittar på att vi ska köra mot de där gröna fyrarna där borta.
We're the smelly car.
Yeah. I love that one.
The Mustang.
Yeah.
Okay, we are two guys who 6 years ago we started this Sportbilsdagen in Vastervik, and every year we have a theme. We have Jaguar E-Type one year, we have Ferrari, we have Lamborghini, and we have had James Bond. And we had James Bond, we of course had Aston Martin as the cars. This year we had cars from 1920 to 1960 as a theme. And but we want to have all types of cars, old and new. The oldest car was from 1935, and the newest one from 17, I mean. On the Saturday we have what we call a city race with 30 cars from the same years, and we have 30 cars, and they drive in the town. It's about 800 meters around the houses, and 3 times, and then go to the depot in Swedish. I don't know the word in English. The car says that, and then the next car drive, and they drive fast. And the second heat, they should have the same time as in the first. And the winner had 0.17.
So the idea is to do 2 laps in the same time,
Yes.
but you've got to do it quite quickly.
Yes, of course.
Right,
Because everybody likes to drive fast.
So it's not a speed competition. It's matching your times twice.
I think you call it regularity.
Yes, regularity of
Yes,
check.
it's
test.
a thought of that
Yeah.
regularity. And next year we are going to have American cars, I think, American sport cars. And I'm not so interested in American sport cars. But many have asked us, can't we take English cars? American cars, I mean. And next year is it. And it's because I have this car.
Yeah.
You see, about 20 years ago, I found a Mercedes-Benz red one from 1960 that you can take off the roof. Red one, wonderful. And I just called him and asked if I could buy it. It was already sold. And if I bought that car, there were no sportsbilsdagen in Vastervik. It's only because of this car. But had I bought the Mercedes, I haven't bought this one. First we had the race, and then we were Biltema, as you thought.
The tour around the town.
193 cars driving through here.
Okay, now this is the parade around Vastervik. We've joined the collection. The car's getting quite hot when we're stopping, so I'm going to switch off. But there's all sorts of cars. You've got American, we've got classics, we've got rally cars, we've got supercars. They're all here. But I really, really need to keep moving because we're getting a bit hot from all this crawling around. Yeah.
And there was a wedding in the church, and they asked me, can we go by the cars? So I come first, and then there was one Koenigsegg, and the Koenigsegg stopped and took two American cars. One with I don't know the word.
Bridesmaids?
Yes,
Yeah.
in one car, and the bride in the other car, and everybody was. It was wonderful.
Yeah, so Lotus Elise, Lotus Europa. We really do have it all here.
And then we had a wonderful dinner out in the Grense slot.
In the castle?
Yeah, just
Yep.
castle. We were 240 people sitting in a big tent. And when we had drink good wine and eat good food, we presented the cars in the table. You see?
Yeah.
We sit at the table.
Yeah.
And there is a terrace where we could take up cars.
Yeah, put the cars up on the ramp
Yes. And then one from one Mercedes, one Ferrari 275 GTB, which is a racing car. And from one side and from the other side was a Jaguar E-Type,
Yeah.
also racing. And then we have lights on them and the sound of the cars. And we are sitting in triple side. It was wonderful. And then on the Sunday we have an event where people can see all the cars. That's Vastervik in August.
Yes, lots of your cars from the UK.
Huh?
Get your cars over here and all over Europe and come to Vastervik because it is a beautiful town and there is so much more besides. There is just so much in this town to see.
And if you look at our home site, www.
I'll put the details up, yeah.
Sportbilsdagen.se. Sportbilsdagen.se. You can see all the years from all the years.